What's good, brother? Before we even do anything, it's on you. I just noticed for the second week in a row, we're having problems going directly to Facebook. It's saying we're on Facebook and YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But I just checked the page, it's not on there. Should we just end the stream right now and go straight to the studio and go back to it and make sure it's on Facebook, or should we just run it up?
Let me see. I'm about to check as well.
I've noticed that
I see
when we
it.
go,
I see us live. I think on Facebook. So,
so we're live on Facebook.
yeah, this is Facebook right now. You want me to check YouTube real quick?
No, we're good on
And
YouTube.
I can.
We're
Okay,
good on
for
YouTube.
sure. Then
Well,
we
well,
in it.
share
Just a
that,
little
on your
technical.
page.
Share it.
Share
I
that on
got
your
you.
page, so therefore I could go on there then, because I'm having technical difficulties, I guess, on my phone.
And that's for sure, for sure. Share it to you or just share it?
Share it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay. I'll share from there.
Good. All
Yep.
right, for sure.
Yeah. Hold on. Give us a second. Let's do this correct. You're now tuned in to the Great Minds Think Alike live stream, brought to you by GMTA Media. We're your hosts, Nove, and my brother Orlito. And sorry for the technical difficulties on my end, but we're here now.
That's the beauty of life.
My brother, how you feeling?
Man, I can't complain, bro. I'm all right. What's going on, Reno?
What's good, my brother?
Yeah, I can't complain. I'm good. I'm chilling. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. I had a great week, productive week. We'll be talking more about it during the show, and also when we go off air. Being very productive, brother. Everything's good. Blessed to be here. Blessed for another episode, and congratulations to us, brother. 2 days ago marked a
Mm-hmm.
whole year of GMTA Media, a whole year of the Great Minds Think Alike live stream, and we still here, brother, man. Salute to you. Salute to me.
Yeah,
Salute
feels
to the
like just yesterday.
community. Salute to the community. We appreciate everybody that all the viewers, the subscribers, everybody that engage with us. There's too many to name, but I just can name some out the gate. Juice, Reno, Joy, Liz, um, 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 my boys that damn near share the
Isaiah,
same name, Isaiah and
yeah,
Isai.
Isaiah, Isai,
Yup,
Emilio.
you know,
Who else was there? A couple other names did
oh,
popped up.
Hectic,
Daniels and
Hectic,
Daniels.
yup, Nick,
Nick. Yep.
Hectic, Crawford,
Hector.
whole bunch of y'all that engage with
And
us.
shout out to all of the people that ended up, when we ended up, in the beginning, we used to have people on here, you know what I'm saying? Like special guests. Shout out to, June, right?
Yup, June,
June. We have Rena on here. We have, Bizzle,
Heck,
uh, Heck. Yup. Yeah. So
your
shout out
brother,
to y'all. Appreciate y'all.
your brother Pedro
Yup.
Banks.
Bad news. Yup. Shout out bad news.
Yep,
Yeah. So appreciate y'all, man. What's up?
for sure, man. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we get that out the way. It is a whole year, and it's been fun. Um, we look forward to another year and being more active this year, being more productive and creative. Again, shout out to everybody, but me personally, I would like to thank my brother Orly because we've been doing shit forever, and we finally put something together, and here we are, man. A whole year later, bro. As a matter of fact, we out here
For
this weekend
sure.
celebrating. We are here
Let's
celebrating.
go. Yeah, separating a few things, right? The win, the
First
1
Reno.
year. Yeah, for
into
sure.
more life, into more life.
Hmm.
Shout out Senator.
Shout out, shout
Like I
out,
say,
Senator.
if y'all looking
Love,
for
bro.
someone to shoot your music videos, commercials, you need a feature on a
Yep.
song, hit up Jose Nunez, man. He'll get you right. CTM,
And
changing the
he everywhere
music,
too.
changing the
He go
movies,
everywhere.
all
He go
that,
everywhere.
man.
He be here. He be in Florida. He be anywhere you need him to be. So, but that's not a problem. He'll get to you.
Um, yeah. So let's jump into some of the news. I would be remiss. Boxing had is coming off a big
Yeah.
win last night, but before we get to that,
Yep.
the boxing world mourns the loss of former junior welterweight and welterweight champ England's very own Ricky the Hitman Hatton, the Mexican from Manchester. Brother, um, here we are coming off one of the greatest nights of boxing history, waking up,
Hmm.
celebrating, and we get the news that one of the boxing's greats was found dead in his apartment at the age of 46. What's your thoughts
Well,
of the legend in the career of Ricky the Hitman Hatton?
first and foremost, rest in peace to Ricky. Uh, and man, I don't know. I remember, um, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Mark Wahlberg did like a movie of like he played Ricky Hatton.
No, it was in Ricky, but you're thinking of Mickey Ward.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah,
No,
I'm
don't
sorry.
even
But
trip. They
no,
fight the same.
damn near right. Yeah, but Ricky Hatton, was that the one did when he
Lost
fought
to
Floyd?
Mayweather. Floyd got
Yeah,
knocked out in the 11th
into the
round.
turnbuckle, into
Second
the
round to
turnbuckle.
Pacquiao. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember. Yeah, so what I liked about dude, bro, what I noticed about him, he had a lot of heart. You know what I'm saying? He was like one of those relentless people. He just keep coming forward, pressing the
Yep.
fight. One of those type of fighters, aggressive. Strong. You know what I'm saying? But but yeah, man. Other than like those couple fights that I remember, um, he was a beast. Like that. He was the dude that went with Arturo Gotti.
No, so Ricky Hatton. Um, so you remember the video of Zabzuda's first loss where he gets dropped and he jumps up like damn near looks at the referee like what you doing, then falls again. So that's
Mm,
Costa Sul. Costa Su's the one who dethroned Zabzuda. Costa Su was on a running the 140-pound junior welterweight division, and it was in people's thoughts that Floyd after the Gotti fight was gonna take Su on, but
hmm
Su ended up taking on Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton stopped Costa Su in the 11th round for the 140-pound title, and
mm,
he built. He was popular, very popular in the UK. And obviously, he made his debut in the U.S. against Jose Luis Castillo, and that was basically like to get his name popping here for the eventual showdown for Mayweather. Now, the beauty of that fight,
mm.
they were both undefeated, but there ain't never been, and I don't think there'll ever be, no boxing fans like Ricky Hatton fans. 100,000 people flew from the UK for that weekend of the fight.
Damn. Wow.
11,000 UK people were able to buy tickets to get into that fight. The rest were at hotels and casinos on the strip supporting their fighters.
Dang, that's crazy.
You know what's
Wow.
crazier? What's crazier? After
Mm,
the loss to Mayweather, he was able to do it again when he fought Manny Pacquiao. So, um, for
wow.
sure, for sure. Once again, we do mourn um, the loss of junior welterweight and welterweight champ Ricky Hatton, beloved for sure. Um, he bro, yeah, dude had just a strong following. His fan base was insane, and like you said, his styles were made him fan friendly. He wasn't a great
Mm-hmm.
boxer. He wasn't a great boxer,
Mm-hmm.
but he was a tremendous fighter. He gave it his
Fighter.
all.
Yeah.
He gave it his
Yeah.
all. Put it all on the line, and you know it's tragic because I remember this kind of reminds me of when Pacquiao and not Pacquiao Mayweather, De La Hoya Mayweather fought, broke records, shattered records, and then we mourned the loss of Diego Corrales, who was
The
already,
Corrales. Yeah. I remember
so
Diego Corrales. He had a lot of heart
so
too.
yeah, so again, rest in power, champ.
I always used to say if I would build a fighter, I would want him to have the heart of Diego Corrales for sure. Without a
Yeah,
doubt.
people ask me, and people need to know when they ask me questions, they got to be specific with criteria, right? Because when you ask me who's my favorite fighters,
Mm.
Diego Corrales, Arturo Gatti, Evander Holyfield, Miguel Cotto, Felix Trinidad. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, when you ask me who's the best boxers I ever seen, Floyd Mayweather,
Mm-hmm.
Bernard Hopkins, Terrence Crawford, the list is different.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's different.
Right.
Manny Pacquiao, shit like that. But you
So
know, let's continue. Lamont Roach, Pitbull Cruz, 140,
that's awesome.
Set for December. Congratulations, Lamont Roach, because you
Yeah,
couldn't
for
get the
sure.
rematch. You didn't get the rematch, but you got a key fight. Pitbull Cruz, I expect you to win that fight, but that should put some eyeballs on you. What's your thoughts on that being made, and obviously our prediction on that fight?
I like it. I like that. I like that matchup. I think that it's a good fight only for the simple fact also because I feel like Pitbull Cruz was like about the only person that really kind of gave Javante Davis a little bit of run for his money. You know what I'm saying? Um, he took. I think they went the whole 12, right?
Yep. Draw.
Yeah. It was a draw. Oh,
Yeah,
that
that's
was
how
his draw that he got. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and then he never wanted to fight him again, right?
got Jake Paul.
Yeah. He got Jake Paul. But no, that's a good fight because you see that, it's two people that got the draw is going to fight each other and determine who the best. But I would put my money on Roach on that fight. Only
Mhm.
for the simple fact I think we know the fight that Cruz fights, the fight that he brings. So you just got to be the better boxer and outbox him. You know,
Yep.
I mean, it's easier said than done, but that's what you got to do.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but I believe like we'll talk more about the Terrence Crawford fight later on, obviously, but it's like certain fighters bring out the best in certain fighters to bring their A game,
Hmm.
right? Um, like for instance, Miguel Cotto shined in his losses against Mayweather and Canelo, right?
Right.
Because he was up for the challenge, he was up for the fight, but he looked at sluggish against the likes of Ali, Saddam Ali, and in his last fight, and Austin Trout, the fight before the Canelo that was supposed to set up the Canelo fight. He wasn't up for them fights.
Hmm.
This is more like let me, so Lamont Roach, I expect him to be up for the challenge, and I'm looking for him to put on a great performance. For therefore, if he can't lure the Javante rematch, 140, we got Tio. I hear Shakur's jumping up there, so plenty fights there, man.
Mm.
Um, so before we get into the main meat of this shit, this morning Now Inu beats Moroch Amadal via unanimous decision for the ring and undisputed super bantamweight titles. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I got to see that actually. It was on Facebook.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw
It was on
that.
Facebook.
I woke up to
Um,
that this morning, and I was fast forwarding to the fight to see if dude would knock one by stoppage because I had that parlay going. So damn you. Why did you say his last name?
Inu out. Inu.
In way. And you, yeah, man. Damn you. You were supposed to knock that guy out and finish the fight, bro. What the hell? You do it any other time, but when I play a parlay, you don't want to do it? Okay, I see how it's going.
Only I made money off of me.
Right.
Congratulations. 122 super bantamweight. I see him still killing shit there for a while.
Oh,
Unless
yeah. I mean, that
unless he
fight
just
was a
gets
good fight. It was that dude was pretty. It looked like he was giving them a little bit. He was catching them with a couple clean shots here and there, whatever. I didn't watch it enough like that to see the whole thing, but I seen little bits and pieces. I don't know if it ended up becoming one sided at a point. Um, but it looked like that was banging, like the whole all the rounds.
yeah, it was a great fight, but um just few punches made it through round Inuai activity one or more rounds. But they were close.
Mm,
They were close. To me it was close.
okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Um I don't know where I will. He's high on the pound for pound rankings. I don't know where I will put him on mine because we're going to talk about who I think is pound for pound king in a second. But Inoue for sure continues his trajectory on the way up to the top. Um,
Hmm.
let's get right
I
into
like
it,
him
man.
and Javante Davis to fight.
Javante ain't fighting
There's a
nobody
lot of.
anymore.
There's a, he gonna fight Mike Tyson next year.
Yeah,
He got winner between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather and shit.
he don't want to be
Fuck out
compared
of
to
here.
him no more.
It was crazy.
So last night's cards results: Muhammad Ali defeats Travis Crawford by unanimous
Hmm.
decision. Kaleem Wash defeats Fernando Vargas Jr. in a 154-pound bout in the co-main event. The fight
Hmm.
before that was Christian Mbelli fights Lester Martinez to a draw at the super middleweight bout. Um, I'm gonna be real. Out of those three, I was impressed with the Callum Wash Fernando Vargas Jr. Fight because they were
Yeah, I
up and
liked it that one.
coming. Yeah, you see them learning in there.
Yeah, I liked it the one before too. That was just slugging it out.
Yeah. But you know
That
what?
was
I'm gonna
just
be
in
real
there.
with you. That was, but you can see like
Yeah.
okay, that was a battle of nutrition. Who had gas in their tank the most
Hmm.
because they were
Right.
just But I believe, bro, that M. Bentley didn't do himself no kind of justice fighting. Even though he was active, he just took a lot of zap from his pop fighting inside the booth with Martinez a lot.
Hmm.
Because but Martinez also, I believe, he got too complacent on the ropes because when he was in front of Mbelli, he was giving him angles and actually outworking him. So
Hmm.
that was an interesting fight. It was a good fight though. So before we get into the main event, the night before, I seen it live. You sent me the reel. I'm sure you seen it live as well. Max Kellerman got on that podium and said, and he wasn't wrong with the props he was given with the machine that is Nick Khan, Dana White, and Turkey Unleashed. Without a doubt, that's an
Hmm.
impressive machine. Without a doubt, the sport's in great hands with them. but he was gonna say to the extent boxing was dead, and Canelo had to correct him because I'm with
Yeah,
Canelo,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
with Canelo because no matter what was the outcome last night, the likes of Canelo's been carrying the sport for the last whenever Pacquiao and Mayweather stepped aside, right? And he's been
Mm-hmm.
doing great at it. There's other people. Javante Davis versus Ryan Garcia drew hella fucking money. Bud
Mm-hmm.
Crawford versus Spence. So I
Yeah,
was happy to see Canelo say stand up, not just for the sport of boxing, but for that was a bold claim. What was your thoughts on
exactly.
that? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I liked it that. I really I was like, you know, first and foremost, I love Canelo because he don't got, you know, how the expression, he don't got hair on his tongue. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
He's not gonna coward or stray from anything that he has to say. Whatever he feels that he's gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like dude because he don't shy away. He don't care what people think. He gonna say what he says. And that was like a prime example moment right there where dude said what he said, and Canelo was like, no, don't say boxing is dead. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not dead. It's very much alive. And even Terrence Crawford was like, you know, I
Yeah.
think he even like clapped or something, like he was clapping it up or something. Like, yeah, you
No
know,
lies. No lies.
no lies, yeah. So yeah, I thought that was dope on Canelo's part. You know what I'm saying? To stick his basically stick his neck out for the sport. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it comes with the terms of being the face of the sport, right? Like he has been. There's a difference. It goes to even when hip hop. When I talk hip hop, right? There's a difference of when you talk who's bigger or who's the best, right? Bigger meaning you're more popular. You gotta,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when you got the biggest star in boxing and one of the best, without a doubt, Canelo one of the best, carrying this sport, which let's be real honest. Um, I think what Max was saying, there there was some truth to the sense not of boxing dying, but the best not fighting the best no more don't exist. And
Mm-hmm.
Canelo has been like, look, I've been here. And there's
Mm-hmm.
been likes of Errol Spence and Bud Crawford and Javante Davis, Shakur Stevenson, they've been helping along, while networks was the one who turned their back on the sport. The sport wasn't dying, it's just the networks, you know,
Yep.
they folded. And I was just proud of that. That was a proud moment for to see Canelo stand up for boxing and to see Crawford, stand with him.
Back
So
him.
and
Yep.
it hurt me, and it hurt for me to say that about Max Kellerman because he's one of the dudes I respect the most. His knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
his wisdom, the fights he covered. But I don't know.
Yeah.
He's
Even in the ring when he was talking to the fighters, he looked like he was about to cry, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he was that proud of the moment that he just witnessed. You know what I'm saying? Being like you're saying, being a true analyst and a boxing fan of that magnitude that he is. Like you could see it if you ever go back or look at it when he's interviewing the guys, he almost looked like he kind of like about to get emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, that's wild.
yeah. I just wanted to catch your thoughts on that. But let's go get into it, man. Last night, super fight. Saul Canelo Alvarez defended his super middleweight undisputed championship against Terrence Bud Crawford, jumping up two weight classes. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we made our predictions. We chose Crawford by split decision, and the only reason we said split decision was if because of the judges, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna talk next, but your prediction. Why was your prediction? Why did you choose Crawford over Canelo last night?
Um, I just thought that he was going to be the more skilled boxer. We already know the type of fighter that Canelo is, the type of fighter that he's been, and we've also seen what he's brought to the table as of late. You know what I'm saying? Um, uh, Last fights that he's had, he hasn't knocked anybody out. Um, Except then those guys go to fight somebody else, some no name nobody, not no Saul, Canelo Alvarez and they're getting knocked out. So that was kind of a tell. Like, is he hitting as hard as he used to be hitting, or you know what I'm saying? Was his power going to be a factor? That was one of the things that I was mainly concerned about. Or is he as strong as people really say he is? Is he losing his power, whatever? So I thought as long as he don't get hit, Bud stayed from getting hit, and he just used the ring. Canelo's bad at cutting off the ring. You've seen that with the last fight that he had. You know what I'm saying? Even though that guy was running, you know what I'm saying? Even though people, well, hold on, running is like this. You know what
He
I'm
wasn't
saying?
engaging at all. He
He
wasn't
wasn't
engaging.
engaged. He was backpedaling. So but yeah, but Canelo couldn't close off the ring. So that was another thing. I know that Bud is he's a different he's not a flat foot fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's a boxer. He's on his
Right.
toes. He moves in, but also he's not one of those type of fighters that when he gets hit, he's gonna backpedal, and get up out of there. He's gonna mix it up with you. He's a dog. He got that dog in him. So, um, you know, at the end of the day, I thought it was either going to be a tie, only for the simple fact of, like we said, because of the judges. But if not, I said Crawford was going to win, and that was the reason I thought he was going to win, was because he was going to be the better boxer. He was going to find the better angles. He was the more active fighter. He threw more punches. He was throwing punches in bunches. He was landing. You know. And yeah, he was accurate, bro. Like, he was accurate as hell. Like, you go, if you see Canelo face, it was kind of red. That's why he put the cap on real low, so the shadow covered the bruising. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was already from the third round. He already had some swelling around his right eye. You know what I'm saying? So, when I seen Canelo, pop him that one, and Bud just kind of like ate it and just looked at him. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's all Bud really needed to feel. Okay, now I know that I can mix it, and that's when you started to see him. He started to get really, really comfortable. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like he was in there like doing a sparring session. He was just real elusive and comfortable with it. So yeah.
Yeah. My prediction was Crawford, and the reason being was two reasons. One, skills pay the bills, and when it comes to the technique, the fundamentals of boxing, he's better than Canelo. It's no slap at Canelo. I love Canelo. He's a great fighter, but he lost to an elite fighter. Um, my only concern going into the fight was Bud movement. If him packing that weight would it slowed him up? Would that be because what I thought would be a pure advantage for him would it be a disadvantage come fight night? Came the first minute of the first round, I knew in my heart we got this.
Mm-hmm. No, he looked nice.
Yeah, he looked slender,
He looked
bro.
big. He looked bigger than Canelo. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, like height wise and everything, but you got to remember after weigh-ins they rehydrate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Crawford didn't look much bigger than when he did when he beat the brakes off of Spence.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So what I'm trying to say is, and two is like I love Canelo, but you brought it up. He don't know how to cut the ring. His defense got way better. He's harder to hit, right? I'll give him that. His foot movement is great. His IQ has got better. I'm gonna give Canelo his flowers, but one thing he hasn't learned as to how to cut the ring, and that truly came to become a nightmare for him
Mm-hmm.
last night because Crawford not only fought from outside, he fought him in the pocket. He fought him from close range. He fought him. He beat him
Mm-hmm.
in every aspect that you can
Yeah,
beat a
he
guy
picked
in
them
a fight.
apart.
Yeah. But you know, when that final bell came, I knew we had a new undisputed champ. The judges called it the way they were supposed to, except for one had it 115 or 113. Don't know what fight that judge was watching. But congratulations to both men on a great night, great performance. Both take home great money, but congratulations, Crawford. With this win, now he become a 5 division champ. Third man to win 4 division lineal championship with Mayweather and Pacquiao being in the company with him. And then the first ever 3-time undisputed champ in the 4 belt era. So last night, history was made. Congratulations, Crawford. Um,
For sure.
so let me ask you something. Because me, don't nobody talk about this, but I do. And we're going to bring it to the Great Minds Think Alike live stream. Bivol, I mean,
Mm.
the loss of Floyd Mayweather, inexperience, he was too young. That's the built in excuse, right? And then the built in excuse for the Bivol loss is, man, he had heart. He moved up in weight and lost to a bigger man,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
respect both opinions, but there is no, without a doubt, there's no built in excuse at all in this loss.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, brother, we know Canelo. He's still young, bro. And he, outside of maybe the GGG fights, his body hasn't taken really much punishment in fights. I'm sure through training camps and etc. Right, the wear and tear from that. But he's still fairly young. What would be next for Canelo in your eyes?
I think he got to give us that fight if he wants to. Give us something interesting and give us something to talk about. He gonna fight Benavides, bro.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was just thinking about this a few days ago. Um, I love Benavides. He's a young guy, clean. Remind me of a great human being version though of Antonio Margarito. I'm
Mm.
not a fan of Margarito due to
Martin
the
Cheese.
hand
Right.
mask
What he
death.
did to cut up,
Yeah,
yeah, to Coda.
and who else, right?
And who else, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Who else, right? But he reminds me of him. I'm not gonna lie. I used to be a fan of Margarito because there was nothing special about him, but he worked hard in that ring. Volume of punches, try to outwork somebody. And that's what Benavides is.
Mm-hmm.
But I was saying this. Look, I would not say he ducked Benavides. Maybe he knows how ugly that fight could be, right? But when I think about it, I think that'd be a perfect matchup for Canelo. Canelo
Mm-hmm.
will be able to pick that young man apart. In my heart, bro, I think Cinco de Mayo weekend, that fight be made, and I'll be the first to bet on Canelo stopping David Benavidez. You hear it here first.
It's both.
And the reason I say that, because Benavidez' style is perfect for what Canelo is trying to be. Pure counter puncher who can rip. Benavidez' body's there for him, bro. We don't see Benavidez go tooth and nail with Caleb Plant, who was doing great, laterally outboxing Canelo at certain points, but Canelo was physically hurting him to where he got to the point where he laid him down.
Yep.
So I think stylistically, that's just my opinion. And if that fight get made, I look for Canelo to stop Benavidez. What will be your thoughts on that fight? What's your predictions on that?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard to say because I know at one point I was thinking Benavidez. I was thinking Benavidez might be able to take Canelo in that one, but I don't know. I think it would be a
No,
good fight. I always thought it would be a good fight.
I
Um,
thought I thought he would be a physical nightmare for him, to be honest. But when I think about it, it's like, oh, he's coming to him. Perfect.
hmm Yeah,
Perfect.
you're right. Yeah,
No. But
yeah, I
go
didn't
ahead.
even think about that. You're right. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I would like to see that fight. And I think it would be something like you said. If you promote it right around the Cinco de Mayo weekend, like that, you know what I'm saying? Go crazy, man. You go, you come out and I could see Canelo going in there like he has something to prove now. You know what I'm saying? For Mexico.
And let's not forget, Benavidez holds a title, so he'll be going for another championship, and he'll be in consecutive championship fights.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's another
Sure.
record Canelo could go for. He's been fighting for championships for as long as I can remember now. I don't remember a time
Mm.
Canelo was in a non-title fight. You know what I mean? So,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
um, so obviously now 168-pound kingpin Terrence Crawford. What do you see next for Bud?
Hmm. I'm not sure. Um, I know that one dude started talking crap to him. What's dude's name? He had came
Some
out to
fighter,
hit.
Eli,
Huh?
Eli, some shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
UFC.
Yeah. Yeah. It was funny, but um, I'm trying to think like who's around, who's up there. Did I think did I think him and Bivol would be a good fight.
So
I
I
think I
posed
think
this
that would be a crazy fight.
I posed this question. I seen it on Twitter earlier. Turkey Alish or whatever. I might be slaughtering his name.
Turkey Al Sheik or whatever. I don't know how to say his name either. Turkey.
Apology, Turkey. My apologies, Turkey, but I slaughter everybody's name. He posted a question. It's the same challenger. What do you think about if Benavidez can make 168? Him and Crawford. What do you think about that potential matchup?
If Benavidez can make 168, him and I think Benavidez would get ate up by Crawford.
Yep.
I think he would actually get knocked out. Like he would knock him. Um, I think a more challenging fight would be what weight class is Bivol at
Oh,
or higher?
175. Super light
Oh
heavyweight.
yeah.
Light
Oh
heavyweight.
yeah. Nah. Yeah. Nah. That's what. Yeah.
So me personally, I don't, I don't, right? I'm gonna just be honest. I don't
What's the
see
next weight
him
class up?
like heavyweight devolve.
Or like
But
heavyweight? Yeah, okay.
what I could see him do though, go drop down to middleweight because he said he's not going back to junior middleweight. He said for sure he's not going to 154. So I can see him going down 160 and racking up them belts and becoming the first ever four-time undisputed champ. I could really see that. And
Mm.
what's the beauty at 160 for him, right? This is what I see. I think of young Canelo when Canelo was flexing around 154 to 160, where he was able to like make matchups with anybody. Crawford could welcome junior middleweights like Virgil Ortiz or Zayas, whoever's decides in the future come up to 160, or whoever's at 168 want to come see the pound for pound king at 160. I think 160 will be the ideal weight for Terrence Crawford to you wrap up his legacy and still got super fights because um is there a demand for a Canelo rematch? No. He schooled the fuck out of him. But
Yeah.
but me, if they did offer that rematch to Terrence, I'll be like, you know what? I took that 10 million to Canelo's 150 million to show the world I'm the best fighter in the world. Now pay me more money for me to get in this ring to already beat his ass again type shit. You know what I mean? I ain't got
Mm-hmm.
shit to
Right.
do, but pay me more. So that's the only
Pay
way
me
I can
more, right.
that's the only way
Just
I
a
can see
payout, right.
Crawford fight getting that
If it
fight.
don't make
Or
dollars, it
money
don't
fight.
make sense. It's if it don't make dollars, don't make sense type of fight.
That's how I feel.
No,
Um
you ain't wrong. I felt the same way.
so let's two two side notes, then we're gonna move into the hip hop news. Two big winners. Floyd Mayweather bet 50,000 on Terrence Crawford and walked away with 124,000. And JC
Crazy.
put down
500,000.
and won with
Walked out with
1.2
1.2.
million.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's crazy.
So yeah, man, they the underdog, eh? The underdog get it.
Mm-hmm.
So
The underdog.
congratulations, Terrence Crawford. Congratulations, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Y'all put on a hell of a event last night.
Yeah.
70,000 people filled the Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a record breaking night last night. So congratulations to y'all guys. And anything you want to say before we move on, brother?
No, pretty much the same shit. Like that was a great fight yesterday. I enjoyed it. I always enjoy life. I was saying, I enjoy life fights like that. When it's like a skill. Like you see the skill. You know what I'm saying? In boxing, and you see this person picking the shots. Perfect shots, catching, working it. Just working, eating. So
Yep.
yeah, I enjoyed the fight. Shout out to Terrence Crawford. Shout out to Canelo.
Look forward to
Shout
seeing
out
you
to
drop
Turkey.
donuts. Dana White, Nick Khan.
Dana White, yeah, for sure.
So let's get into some new music, then we'll get into news. New music this week. The baby drops Rain Rain. NBA Young Boy back with another one. Shark. Skilla featuring G Herbo. Duke Duke. Polo G. Shoot It Off. Rhapsody and Madlib. Mad Raps. Former Shady Records. Artist Obi Trice is back with To Be Honest. Lil
Oh,
Tyler
nice.
featuring Lady June. Lil Tyler
Yeah.
featuring Larry June, Young Player. Queensbridge OGs, Mob Deep, Against the World. Back with a single Against the World. R.I.P. Prodigy. New albums this week. Rack Baby, I Never Give a AF. Fredo Bank, Creature Music, Jermaine Dupri, Magic City, Ice Cube, Man Up. And that's the new music this week. Now we're gonna get into news. Congratulations in order to Busta Rhymes for his first ever VMA. He's the first recipient of the Rock the Bells Visionary Award. Um, Congratulations, Kendrick Lamar wins an Emmy for his 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. Congratulations, Glorilla. Her latest single, Typo, just hit number one. That's her sixth number one. And she's number three of females of all time with the most hits. And she's in great company with Nicki Minaj at 11 or 13 and Cardi B, if I'm not mistaken, at 11. No, Nicki Minaj at 10 and Cardi B at 11. Um, Bad Bunny explained why he's not bringing his tour to United States, citing
Hmm.
that he fears that his fans will be attacked by ISIS leaving the venue. Your thoughts on not just the news, but what we always say speaks to the character of that man, Bad Bunny.
Smart man. You know what I'm saying? That's it's how do you say? Uh a lot of like artists or people that do music or whatever. Um you don't see them that invested in their fans.
Right.
Is that what I'm saying? And for somebody to even have that, like, because you're like thinking like ahead, like, oh, these people are gonna leave. When they leave, they gonna get um basically like ambush, like surprise, like, oh shit, ice. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for somebody to even think that far ahead, like it's kind of like a strategical way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? He's thinking like far, like, man, if I do this over in whatever, then what if, like, when the show is done, they got people like that's wild to even want to be like to even want to think of, you know what I'm saying? Because you have no obligation to think about that. Because I mean, most artists don't. They're just going to do their show, get their money, get back on their tour bus, and get the hell up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So for somebody to to think about the people, about his fans in that way, that showed that he really cared about his fans and he's a real, genuine human being. You know what I'm saying? That's what that shows. So shout out to
integrity.
Bad Bunny.
Integrity.
Yep.
He won't compromise for a dollar, bro. He
Hmm.
made millions. He's one of the biggest touring artists of this generation, right? That's without debate. But the things he's doing this year with just the the residency in Puerto Rico, where people got to travel to PR to go see him. Not only is he
Hmm.
generating income for himself, but the whole island, hotels, restaurants, etc. Right? But
Hmm.
to not jeopardize his fans or compromise his fans for the
Hmm.
sake of a dollar, he's like, fuck that. I'll skip the tour in the United States. I
Yep.
when shit is straight, I'll come back type shit. So I wanted to highlight that because a lot more artists should be like that. Show some fucking integrity, and you still win that life, man.
Right.
Um, Tyler the Creator announces his Latin America 2026 tour. Tyler the Creator, man, shout out to you, bro, because you're very underappreciated at this moment, and you've just been doing some phenomenal shit with just not just the music, but the Camp Nall, Fog Nall, and shit like that. You keep challenge your creativity with each album, going into different pockets, and now bringing your artistry to Latin America, man, that's dope. Because when people be like, this artist is big and this, no, they're not. If they only just been listened to and they ain't stepped foot outside of their city, you can't tell me how big a motherfucker is. Tyler the Creator going to Latin America. This kid from what, Compton, I believe, the same area from Kendrick type shit. So congratulations to Tyler and salute to him. What's your thoughts on not just Tyler, but Kendrick just did it. Everybody is tapping into the Latin market.
I think that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? Definitely spotlight, right now. So for us to for people want to for other rappers wanting to, you know, uh explore that market as well, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, that was dope. I seen the dates, not the dates, but the cities and states or countries.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, man. I'm like, man, this boy Tyler really, he really out here working, bro. If you think about it, um,
Hmm.
there's three features on the Clips album, and two of them have verses. Tyler's one of them, so that
Hmm.
says a lot. That says a lot.
Yeah, it does. That says a lot, a lot.
Um,
Definitely.
boom, boom. You know what? Let's skip this shit. Um, Dame and
Next.
Cam. Yeah, I was like, you know what? Dame and Cam. They their beef heated up a little bit more this week. We've been talking about Dame and Cam for like 2 weeks now. Um, so I guess Dame accused Cam of trying to hire himself for an interview during the beef, right? And while he was over there doing that, 50 Cent announces that he acquired the rights to the paid in full. The story of them kingpins, drug kingpins out in Harlem. And he announced Cameron's going to co executive produce with him, right? Dame Dash says, oh, great. Congratulations. 50 Cent is your boss
50's
now.
your new boss. Yeah.
um, Again, bro. So, you know how I feel about Dame Dash. Like, I think he's not doing himself disservice, bro. No, at all.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, and he
Cameron,
has been. It's almost like one of those people that he's the perfect example of a person that burns bridges. You know what I'm saying? Perfect example. And it's like one of those like what's the saying? Like don't like you're not supposed to shit on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because one day you might need that somebody. You're gonna need a favor from that somebody. You're gonna need something or not, or sometimes not even. Sometimes you'll just find yourself in a more compromised position than maybe the somebodies that you probably looked down upon at one point. You know what I'm saying? Because what something that I found kind of funny about the whole thing when he said that about Cam and Fiddle, like congratulations, Cam, 50's your new boss or whatever. DJ Envy, I think DJ Envy ate him with what he said. And I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said something like, you know, always just talk about boss this, boss that, but sometimes something about um, not having a boss basically has him not being able to pay for all the shit that he's ended up losing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
So I thought that was hilarious. And the reason I thought that was hilarious is because I remember when he went on the Breakfast Club and he tried to shit all over Envy. You know what I'm saying? DJ Envy talking about, oh, you like to work for somebody else, and you get money off of being a chatty patty and woo 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 and all of this other stuff. And it's like, I don't get off by calling another man my boss and da 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 and all of this other stuff. And now that all of that is kind of going full circle and it's coming back to bite him in the ass. You know what I'm saying? Because if he did have a boss or somebody to work for, he would have money to be able to pay for the things that he's been losing. He can't. He's been selling the rights to certain. He had to get rid of the Rock of fella thing. He's been
Reasonable doubt.
getting the reasonable doubt thing. So yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
I thought that was crazy.
I always felt like I always said that Dame Dash should have been celebrated for his contributions to hip hop, but being contributing to something and being an asshole doesn't go hand in hand. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And he went about how you said. I guess what I'm trying to say with him, like he meant well. His approach and the way his message came off was just horrible. You know what I'm saying? His execution
Mm-hmm.
is poorly, right?
Yeah.
So, so if we see what he's going through at this moment, financially or whatnot, and if you think about it, before the Rockefeller split, Dame Dash was signing everybody. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure this budget, this money's being dried up. So I'm sure Biggs and Jay Z, like, you know what, it's time for everybody to,
Mm-hmm.
split amicably. But as we see, they said Jay Z did Dame Dash dirty. I say Dame Dash did Dame Dash dirty.
Yeah.
So congratulations to 50 and Cameron that paid in full. Wish y'all the best of success. Fucking, I look forward to see Power or BMF times three, whatever, because it's damn near the same kind of concept, but 50 delivered
Mm-hmm.
that shit. You know what I'm saying? But Dame Dash, man, get it together, brother. I really want to celebrate you sometime. You just make it hard to, bro.
Keep shooting yourself in the foot.
Facts. Let's get into some no jumper notes. Adam 22. Um Harlem rapper, Hocus 45 was a gang affiliate. He posted on Instagram about this past week that he dropped his flag. Congrat Salute to him for that. Um, I'm sure it's harder than others to do that, right? Because a lot of people represent theirs to the heart forever and a day, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
what should have been celebrated, and which was celebrated, the likes of Style P's, a lot of people, what's our boy, my son, they all
Mm-hmm.
acknowledged it. They all acknowledged it and saluted him for that. But there's a guy who has been damn near making a living of mocking street culture. I'm talking about Adam
Mm-hmm.
22. Um, he happened to get on live himself talking about he dropped his flag mocking Hocus 45, right? Style P took offense to that and salute to the OG, but he took offense to that, stepped to Adam with let me read this quote.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's black and his homeboys with the goofy white boy who mock putting down the flags for gang members, he must think y'all bitches. Better G check that shit and tell him shut his devil federal mouth when he see black men trying to help black babies. I usually stay away from talking about a lot of shit, but he's trying to do and doing represents a different type of evil. Y'all brothers around him better G check that shit. Are you even more responsible and accountable than he is? If he don't make an apology to the culture and race and actually mind his business from this point on, every black man that stand with him or beside him is a fucking coward. Good night.
Mm. Thank you and good night.
Yeah, Adam 22 would comment, it was a joke about some gay shit some dudes did. Hulk is acting like I was dissing them and members in general and pure clout chasing. You too smart to be falling for this, Unk. So
You
Adam
backpedaling.
22, it's not even backpedaling. It was, look, calling them Unk, that ain't your Unk. You trying to be funny with
Right.
Styles P now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I
Mm-hmm.
call someone I know for a while Unk or nephew.
Right.
But Styles P, y'all ain't cut from the same cloth, so you should.
Right. Right.
Um, Styles P was responding, be like, I don't give two shits about you, what's going on with you and Hocus. What you ain't gonna do is have young kids thinking it ain't cool to get on straight and narrow. If you wasn't be funny, it sure was fucked up timing. You are eating off the culture, trying to do some shit to uplift. Now, the homie, obviously, I never heard of Styles P rep no gangs, nothing, or even glorify that shit. I never heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I respect what he's saying, and I expect YNs to feel how Whack 100 feels. I'm about to say quote what Whack said, but Whack 100 should, and I like Whack these days, should have just minded his business on this one and understood what Styles was trying to do. Wack was like, first off, nobody tell us the West what to do with what we originated. Second of all, the clown he's clowning doesn't have the right rank or respect to dictate nothing. Third, we just don't know what G check is. Adam 22, stay your course. Nobody has nothing to say when you was just riding around NY and all them projects would just start with the G check and Bobby Smurder. Show us what y'all doing, but never think you can call a dog on what we better do. Styles P, I don't give a fuck about no game, period. I care about the babies. I ain't a blood, a crip. I'm a black man. If you can't drop flags, cool. At least teach these kids something better. Is that against the code? Also, no matter how you put sucker shit, it's sucker shit. Gang or no gang, lead them to try to do some shit you know gonna get them some time. Whole shit, period. Gang or no gang.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, man, Whack is different. Whack is from the street. I can hear Whack talk all he wants to talk. But Adam 22, I remember there was a time I used to go to No Jumper because No Jumper was the guy who used to break the SoundCloud artists. I didn't hear about a Triple X Tentacion until I seen him on the No Jumper interview. So
Mm-hmm.
on and so forth. So I give him that. But he don't do shit like that no more. He's on some funny shit, um, exploiting the culture, all culture, music culture, street culture.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just happy to see Styles P stand up to him. I just would like to see someone on the West Coast do it, because that's where he resides now, or the No Jumper Studios, and they got him comfortable. I don't think, and it's like I can name other people, but Adam 22 is the one who did this shit, right? So I can see I respect Styles P standing up to this. I respect Styles P calling this out. I expect more people on the West Coast to do this because Adam 22 is gonna get a whole bunch of y'all seriously in trouble and hurt. If you don't believe
Mm-hmm.
me, where's Brick Baby? Where's Loose Cannon? That's all I gotta say.
Mhm.
You know, um,
Yeah, it's
what
crazy.
what you how you feel about Styles P out of all people, right? Because Styles always in the cut. He usually don't say shit. He really
Hmm.
is Ghost. If you think about it, his nickname the Ghost.
Hmm.
What's your thoughts on how you feel about him, G Chick and Adam 22?
No, it's one of those things again, and that integrity. You know what I'm saying? I like that because he's doing it for a bigger cause. And what he's saying is the truth. Period. Like you can't. If you're gonna like make money and glorify like that type of lifestyle and try to exploit it and try to make money off of it, at least when somebody ends up like trying to change their life, you shouldn't try to mock them. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
At least give them that. Shout them out. Or if you don't want to shout them out, then don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing.
Especially when he ain't got shit to do
So
with you.
right, right. So yeah. So shout out to Styles P.
I believe everyone gets a right to have an opinion. I'm a firm believer of that.
Mhm.
I'm just also a firm believer not everybody got the right to express it if it doesn't concern
Mhm.
me. And Adam 22, obviously, you know, there's so many things I could list about him, but just this alone, especially knowing, where we from. We're from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Chicago, Illinois is an hour and a half. Gary, Indiana is about 6.5 hours. We come from neighborhoods and cities that indulge in that kind of activity, right? So we see the consequences of this. We see the effect of this. So for someone like Adam 22 to make mockery of that, that's distasteful to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's why I just wanted to highlight Styles P. Not one of just my favorite rappers, but a real one for that. All right, bro. So we're almost gonna wrap this up. Um, Officials in Cobb County. I mean, it was a hectic week for Young Thug, right? The interrogation audio came out. The fucking leak caused him talking about everybody from Drake, Baby, 21 Savage, his girl Mariah, Gucci Mane,
Migos.
me. He was talking about like conversation came out. He was talking about everybody, right? Um, so he he ended up doing an interview with Big Bank called Perspective. Y'all could go check it out. I haven't peeped it all, but he basically, went on there pleading why, certain shit, right? But after that,
Mhm.
jumped on Twitter, um, talking about chapter ended. I guess Mariah broke up with him, etc. Right? Officials in Cobb
Mhm.
County have shut down public access. So after a whole week of all these audios, they finally said, you know what, y'all can't have no more. I think they're like a whole week late, damage done, right?
Mhm.
Young Thug jumps on Instagram and he this before a song drops. He jumps on Instagram what looks like a 7-page letter apologizing to everybody. Everybody. Um, expressed that little baby don't answer his phone calls or some shit like that. Talking about baby, answer my calls type shit. Then he drops the song I Miss My Dogs. Basically what he released on Instagram, he turned it into a song. Did you get a chance to hear that song that one?
To listen to it.
Have you listened to it at all?
No, I have not. No. Have you?
I had to. And again, I wish I could get my minutes back. Um,
Jeez.
no, so on Instagram when he posted the what become lyrics to this song, Drake liked it. So I guess they're gonna be cool again. But I have come to the realization, Little Baby, by the way, I didn't mention it. I guess he announced his retirement from rap. I don't know if you heard that at all.
Mm, I
Yeah,
think I
so
did, yeah, because I seen Rich P celebrating about it. He said
yeah,
thank you.
yeah. So I came to a conclusion. Little Baby retiring from rap, and Young Thug's last song made me realize Gunna was the creative in them circles. Um, I feel like Thug really needs Gunna. I think he needs one of them. Um,
Hmm.
you know, um, there's rappers that come along and save prior rappers, and he's that guy at the moment because before this, I was gonna give Donkey of the Year to Jim Jones, right? And
Hmm.
in Young Thug right now, it's like he's making a lot of people look like saints right now, bro.
Yeah, he definitely is. He
Um,
took the whole cake.
again, like I think what he should have did is too late. When he got out, he should have hit the floor and running. You can't talk about guns, drugs, etc., but you can talk about party life. You can talk about what just happened to you in the county while you were fighting for your life, right? So
Right.
I think he should have dropped some music soon as he got out, and I think he failed to capitalize off the free Young Thug movement. Where now that he wants to drop music, it don't sound right first and foremost, but it's like little too late.
Hmm.
Um, you want to give any shout outs before we go into the last topic?
Uh, yeah, shout out everybody tuned in. Shout out my pops. He came. He was over here for the fight yesterday. Uh, and
Bendiciones,
shout out my
primo.
mama. Yeah, my mom. She was with the baby earlier with my daughter. They went to church. So yeah.
Shout out Mama. Shout out Pops. And shout out the niece. I swear, bro, every time I see pictures of y'all, man, I'm like, I love it, man. I got to experience my brother from being soltero to learning life to becoming a family man and father, man. That's real fucking success, brother. Salute.
Appreciate you, bro.
For sure, man. So you're now tuned in to the Great Minds Think Alike live stream, episode 47, Thug Immortal. 29
Let's
years ago,
go.
we, the hip hop community, the world lost the most prolific hip hop artist of all time. Yeah, there's a debate. Who is the greatest? Who's the best? But without a shadow of doubt, Tupac is Tupac, and he is the most beloved hip hop artist of all time and the most prolific hip hop artist of all time. Orlito, man, every year, every time we do this, last year we did a little segment on Tupac. We brought in Pedro Braze Navaja, B Heck. Um, every year we're gonna do some on the what is it, the eve. I mean, so yesterday was the 29-year anniversary of his death. So we're gonna always do some to collaborate with that. This year we decided we're gonna highlight best album or favorite music, favorite movie, and favorite Tupac moment. I'll let you go first, brother. What is one of your favorite Tupac album of all time?
Man, that's a hard question for me. That's a hard question for me to answer, bro, because I really like um All Eyes on Me and I like Machiavelli. But if I had to choose, like if you was like you can only choose one of them, I would lean more towards All Eyes on Me.
Classic album. What's some of your favorite cuts on there?
Man, I like oh man, what's that one song called? The one I got my mind made up. Is that what the name of the song is? I got my mind made up. Come on, get into it. That shit is hot to me. That's like one of my favorite songs. Uh, the uh, that's the. I think that's the album starts with Don't Start with Ambition is the writer.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
deny it. Understand?
yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's what the album starts with. That they got. I like a lot of the. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, that's on Tupacalypse actually. The one that I was just humming. That's I think that's that hip one. The damn, I forgot what the name of that song is called as well. But yeah, All Eyes on Me, man. Even that, All Eyes on Me. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of like the whole list. I can look it up real quick and tell you. I was
If you
listening
want
to
to,
earlier when I was when I was cleaning. I was
yeah,
like, hold on, let me put this. Yeah, that's what it starts with. Ambitions is a rider. Oh yeah, All About You. Yeah, I knew that one. I love that song. So I just like the vibe of that song and just what I think it could have did without the last verses. I don't know if that was like the Outlaws at the last where they kind of a bunched up like
yeah,
a bunch of verses together, like four of them.
facts.
I think it could have done without that. But regardless, it's a dope song. Um, How Do You Want It? You know what I'm saying? Another classic. Uh, uh, Scandalous. I really liked that song as well.
Jesus,
Uh,
yes, Jesus.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, Two of America's Most Wanted. No More Pain. That's another one of my favorite songs. Uh, um, let's see. Hearts of Man.
That's my least favorite.
I don't know. I'm trying to see which one.
The Hearts of Men, the
Okay.
rapping.
Yeah. I didn't mind that one too much. Uh yeah, Only God Could Judge Me, Trading War Stories, California Love. I like that Trading War Stories, the Trading War Stories.
Oh,
South Laws on the rise. Telephone files, look in my eyes, we train war stories. Uh I Ain't Mad at You. You Can't See Me on this. A Shorty Wanna Be a Thug. Uh Wonder Why They Call You Bitch. When We Ride. Picture Me Rolling. Uh, All Eyes on Me. Ain't Hard to Find. And that was about it. But yeah, that whole like I think this whole album is stacked. That's why I would have chose this one over Machiavelli because obviously there's two discs and both of them got fire on them. I like the production. I like the order of like how the songs are, the features. Aside from that one song that I just told you with the Outlaws, but uh, on that song specifically. But yeah, it got Nate. It got a lot of Nate on there singing the hooks and shit. So I really enjoy that because I love Nate Dogg. So yeah, I would go with All Eyes on Me.
That's a classic double disc, the first of its kind. Um, shit, did hella numbers. His first project. from release from prison. Um, shit. What more can we say? He set the blueprint for other artists like Biggie, Bone, the likes of Jay-Z. So later on, they would do double disc. He was the first of his kind. Um,
Mm.
did big numbers. Um, put Death Row back on the map because at that point, I think it was like 3 years since Snoop Dogg dropped an album. They were basically doing soundtracks, right, at that moment. So, yeah, All Eyes on Me was a monstrous, I mean, yeah, All Eyes on Me was a monstrous album. Set the tone for what would to define that era of hip hop. If you think about it, nobody
Mhm.
was putting emphasis on records being sold, to be honest, until Tupac was like, we're going quadruple, we're going triple and quadruple platinum type shit, you know?
Mhm. Right. Yeah.
A lot of people forget that. They talk about Jay-Z
Mhm.
and Biggie. No, it was Tupac. He's the motherfucker who's like, y'all label ain't shit. We scoring triple, quadruple platinum. While y'all barely going wood.
Right.
You feel me? So yeah,
Right.
that's a good choice. I like All Eyes on Me. But to me, Tupac put his sauce on something. Okay, put it like this. He put his sauce in a death row stew. If you know what I mean, is all of that was either Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, or Dog Pound cuts.
Mm.
He came out of prison, took niggas' songs, took their verses off, threw his verse on, boom, this All Eyes on Me. Did a phenomenal job.
Mm.
I'm not discrediting him at all because, like I said, that was monstrous. You wanted to choose Machiavelli. Me too. Me too. um, I did. I love Machiavelli. That was Tupac at his, not to sound cliche, at his rarest form. And why I say
Mhm.
that is, um, when we look at Tupac's discography, okay, good, classic, great,
Mhm.
phenomenal. Like the projects kept
Mhm.
getting better, right? It wasn't like he wasn't evolving as far as finally making a marriage with his vocals in the beat or finally toning his voice to get the message across. Because Tupac was, let's be real, the first song, people forget, Tupac's first song ever as Tupac Shakur on Tupacalypse Now, he was rapping like, fast. It
Mhm.
wasn't the Tupac that we would come to love with the emphasis on the ad libs. Get to the point with the message.
Right.
So I believe his best, not, I think his best three album run, All Eyes on Me is in the middle. With
Mhm.
Machiavelli being the supreme. But I'm gonna go with the first in this trilogy. I believe Tupac, Me Against the World, was the first album, and to me, his first classic. That's the album where Tupac, like I said, he finally the marriage was made. His vocals
Mhm.
matched up with the instrumental. Nothing overshadowed nothing. Um, everything was perfect. The production, Easy Mo B did his shit. I think he was Tupac's best producer outside of what's my boy from Johnny B, I believe his name is.
Mhm.
Should like that. Well, anyhow, um, I picked Me Against the World because this is the hustle album. This is the album Tupac was working on to get it out to the public before he went to court for that case, right? Because this album was released while he was in prison. Um, Dear Mama, um, Shed So Many Tears, um,
Mhm.
If I Die Tonight. So let me just tell you, he starts off with the intro, obviously. The girl talking about you just stand around the window with that gun all day, every day. And then the first song comes in, If
Mhm.
I Die Tonight. If I Die Tonight. Then Me Against the World. So Many Tears, Temptations, Young Ninjas, Heavy in the Game. Lord knows, Dear Mama. It ain't like this was the fucking best
Mhm.
album of Tupac's whole catalog to this point, right? This is his first classic. Um, then you picked his second classic, and then obviously my favorite was this part two, which I call Machiavelli. Because if you listen to this album, then go to Machiavelli, you will hear that this was where he was supposed to go before he, how you say, detour with All Eyes on Me. All Eyes on Me is
Mhm.
a Death Row album to me. Me Against the World of Machiavelli, that's a Tupac
Mhm.
album to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I
You
feel
know,
you.
I like that your pick. I love that album. I think that's without a shadow of doubt. If it's not the best, it's number two, best double disc ever. And shit, I could argue all day why any album with Tupac could be his best, right? But great choices. Yours was All Eyes on Me. Mine was Me Against the World. And some of my favorite songs is If I Die Tonight, Me Against the World, and Dear Mama on this one. There's so many tears. Um, Moments. Tupac in 5 years created a lot of memories and moments. Um,
Mhm.
we got to come up with a distinct honor or distinct headache or pain to pick one or two moments. What are some of your favorite Tupac moments?
One of them for sure is uh where was he coming? Was he coming out of the courtroom when he had the hockey the all red hockey with the red bandana and he's spinning all over the cameras and shit and flicking everybody off. That was one of my favorite moments of Tupac. I was like, man, these guys are savage. And it was just because he had reached like that boiling point, bro. I think at that point he felt like he couldn't trust anybody. You know what I'm saying? Just like he felt like, man, like this is the thanks I get. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of I felt like how he felt. Um, so that was one of them, and then another one of them. I don't remember exactly what the whole um uh the whole speech, but I know that he's saying something about he's like um remember this. He's like, remember that this lack of compassion when it's
Yep.
my turn. Like, remember this lack of whatever when you know what I'm saying? Like that whole little speech that he says right there. I thought that was super crazy too. But yeah, he had a lot of little moments where he was very deep, you know what I'm saying? And he made you think about what he said. So another one of my favorite ones was when he says the stuff about how um, it doesn't make any sense how there's people that got millions and millions of dollars and there's people outside starving. They ain't got nothing to eat. They ain't got no food. You know what I'm saying? He's like, it just doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason why you should have, you know what I'm saying, this much. And the whole thing about like, um, about asking, we've been asking for, we asked with this and we asked with that. He was like, you at first we were singing, oh please let us in, da, da, da. You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, at first you're not letting us in. Now we start to sing a little bit louder until we're starting to say we can, breaking and kicking in your door with, you know what I'm saying? I thought that shit was
Yep.
dope too. He was just a very like, he made you think about what he was saying, and he was very intelligent. So there's a lot I could go on about the moments of Tupac, but yeah, them were like a couple of the ones that that I really liked about him.
Yeah, no, the one with the compassion, that was gonna be mine. How he attacked the media, and
Mm-hmm.
and one of my favorite moments was, I forgot the name of the show, but there was people on the panel and Tupac was there, and they talked about how he incited people to want to murder police. He was like, "No, I did it. I incited people to stand up to the police, don't accept the police brutality." Another one,
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorite moments too was again, um, don't paraphrase me or quote me. I don't know the state, but I'm Baltimore. But they were having like a council meeting, like old Black Panthers, and Tupac got on there and was like, "Look, I respect what y'all did, but the way y'all way of doing is not gonna work in this time. We gotta be active and this and that." And
Mm-hmm.
so, no more some of my favorite Tupac moments, and obviously, um, my favorite is he's always like, okay, whether he was right or wrong, he stood on what he believed in, and the way he said "F the police" on records, it was like that when he encountered them in real life, like you said, whether it was spitting at the cameras or spitting at police and where he gets beat up, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people will forget Tupac used to have a low top, but Tupac got beat up by police. People forget that, and that's why Tupac went bald. And
Yeah, because he said I think he had like alopecia or something, right? Or
yeah,
the same thing did. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so yeah, man. Like you said, too many great moments, and we'll be here again next year on his birthday to talk about more moments. But
Absolutely.
I just wanted to end this off with a what if moment.
Mm-hmm.
What if, right? What if something? So I'm gonna start first. I'll present a question to you, and then you present one to me. What if Tupac Shakur was alive at this present moment? Do you think he would be still rapping? And if so, do you think he would be still rapping at a high level?
Hmm. How old would he be?
If I'm not mistaken, he died at 26. That would have been damn near, so he would have been 55 right now. 55.
I don't think that he would be rapping still. Um, but I think that he would be doing something to,
What's that? Think?
huh?
What do you think that something would have been? That's why I present the what if.
Yeah, I think that something would have been like you know remember what Nipsey Hussle said, the greatest human act is to inspire.
He surely did that.
And I think that that's what he was going to continue to do. He was going to find a way how to um just I think educate and teach and be unapologetic about it like he was. You know what I'm saying? Um how we seen them when he wasn't rapping, that's how exactly what he was gonna be like. You know what I'm saying? Just very knowledgeable and just shining light on certain things that people don't sometimes think about. You know, he made you think. And I think that that's what he was gonna do. He was gonna spark a generation of thinkers. You know, and and people to stand up for themselves, and just all of those type of traits that he had. You know what I'm saying? I think that he would have raised like a whole kind of like generation that kind of followed, in like what he kind of preached. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think that he would have ended up doing.
Okay.
Because y'all was just always seen so like human, very human like. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when you see like these artists, you think that they're just they act like that a lot of the time too. They don't act like they're even, like you guys aren't even on the same stratosphere or whatever you want to call it. They kind of look at you a little, but he just seemed like he would, I'm a human being just like y'all. You know what I'm saying?
So go ahead, present a what if to me.
Hmm. Hmm. What if Tupac would have been still alive after he dropped his Machiavelli?
Mm, that's a good one because that's a fucking good one. See, Ori, that's a good question because right, the what if I presented to you was if he was still alive, would he still be rapping, right? So we're
Mhm.
talking about he would have been 55, 56, right? And
Mhm.
that question right there is got a variety of ways to go about answering that, right?
You got some
Now that
range.
Machiavelli does it, right? Because now we're talking about we're in the heat of the moment of the East Coast West Coast beef. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? That's right. That's a different landscape there, right? Plus,
Right.
there's one thing that we seem to forget too is how much success he would have had with that project. Oh no, wait, let me take that back. Not success. How much he would have enjoyed the success of that project because he still was out on bail for that SA assault case.
Mm.
You know, we still don't
Hmm.
know. We still don't know how that would have ended up, right? How
Hmm.
about if they would have sentenced him? Like, no, you're guilty, you're going to prison. You know,
Right.
shit like that. So that answer right there, bro, man, that question, that what if is crazy because there's so much that was lingering around that time. But I'm gonna go on and say this. If Tupac was alive when that Machiavelli dropped, man, if them motherfuckers didn't hear what he had to say before then, oh, they were gonna know what he was the fuck he was talking about after that shit.
Oh,
Cause
shit.
that's like I picked Me Against the World because that was my first classic Tupac album. That's his first classic. But Machiavelli is a continuation to that. And that was, without a shadow of a doubt, like, look, if you think about All Eyes on Me, there was little shots at Biggie, but he didn't full blown diss him at all on that album. At all.
Mm-mm.
He was just like, I'm gonna get, get my rapping on. On Machiavelli,
Hmm.
I'm gonna get this shit off my chest. I'm getting this off my chest. Y'all gonna hear me,
Hmm.
and more importantly, y'all gonna feel me. So
Hmm.
question that what if Tupac was alive when Machiavelli dropped, bro, I hate to say it, but it caused a lot of shit and Lord forbid probably would have got him killed. That motherfucker shitted
Hmm.
on Prim,
Every
not just a
Jimmy
rapper,
Hinch,
Jimmy Henchman,
Henchman.
Haitian Jack,
Yeah.
um, so many Stretch, so many street
Hmm.
politics, street figures. So um yeah, no, bro, that's a crazy question. So what if? So my final answer to that will be my final answer would be he would have got shot again, bro.
Yeah.
As much as I would hate that to happen, but the chances would have been high. So
Mm-hmm.
before I let you take us home, I'd like to thank everybody that did tune in, whoever engaged. But before Orly take us home, I got a what if question. And this is to Orly. We could go later on or tomorrow, drop it in the comment section on here.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can if you feel like answering it. But people that do tune in, this is my biggest what if for Tupac. Because if you think about it, everything had a chain of event. Everything had a chain of event. It all started in '93 with the sexual assault case. It really started there. Because the following year, the same month, November of '94, Tupac was shot. And after that, obviously, the falling out, etc. So my biggest what if Tupac wasn't in that hotel that night
Mm.
that lady was there? What if Tupac wasn't in that hotel room with that lady and those guys? What would have been of Tupac Shakur? That's my question.
Mm-hmm.
Orlito, you can answer now. We can later on get in the comment section. Take us home, mano.
Yeah, so thank y'all for tuning in. Drop it in the comment section, right? I gotta think about that one. Yeah, so that's a really good question. Um, but yeah, so thanks everybody for tuning in. Episode 47, 1 year anniversary. You know what I'm saying? Thug Immortality. That's the or Thug Immortal. That's the name of the show that we presented today. You know what I'm saying? You
Real
know what I'm
thug.
saying? No, but
The real thug. The real thug, not that slut thug or young thug, whatever. Go ahead, continue.
yeah, right. Young Thug. Yeah, but yeah, shout out to everybody. Everybody left a comment. Everybody that shared or liked. If you subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us for a whole year. Appreciate y'all. We'll be here next Sunday. Same time, different subjects. So leave the answer if y'all want. Leave a comment inside of the leave an answer inside of the comments. There we go about what Nove asked because I'm damn near about to think about it and answer something right myself. So yeah, we'll see y'all on Sunday. Great minds think alike. I'm Orly, Snow. We out of here. Peace.